Right now, let's cross over to Stacey. We told you she left the stadium, not the stadium, the studio to go to the stadium. And she is at Orlando Stadium. And that is, of course, ahead of that big MTN8. Stace, good morning to you. So this is Pirates. I mean, let's just be real. Okay, Stacey, you're ignoring me. I just told you that Pirates are going to win it, but I'm not sure you can hear me.
Now, if you've just tuned into the show, we were in studio in the first hour of the show. We then got into our car, drove all the way to Orlando in Soweto, and we are at the Orlando Stadium. You might be wondering, what are we talking about? We've been talking about rugby the entire morning, but there's so much sport on the go this weekend. We cannot forget that the first trophy of the season is going to be contested tomorrow, Saturday, the 13th of September, out at the Bombela Stadium. Orlando Pirates are taking on Stellenbosch FC, and of course, Orlando Pirates have already made history with their 3 successive wins. They're looking to continue making history with a 4th title. They are the defending champions. We know that last year's fixture was extremely controversial. And so to talk about this, I'm flanked by 2 former players. You'll know their faces very, very well. In fact, I was instructed by one of them, the player standing to my right, Rodney Ramachallela. He told me, Stacey, you have to introduce me as former NFD top goal scorer and former PSL top goal scorer. And to my left, you'll know his face as well. Morgan Gouldy also joins us. They're going to be giving us some insight into this fixture because, of course, there is a lot to talk about. It's an important one. In fact, Rodney, I think I'm going to start with you because I saw something online where you said Stellenbosch are coming in as the underdogs, and because of that, they shouldn't be, I suppose, overlooked, underestimated. I think it could be titled a match that is a rematch with revenge on the line. They really are looking to make sure that this one doesn't go the way it did last year.
According to me, we might say they're underdogs, but we are talking about the Stellenbosch that plays the semi-final of Confederation Cup.
Right.
That count for something.
Yeah.
And we are talking about a team that for the past 3 seasons, they've been finishing in top 3. That says a lot about the Stellenbosch. I believe it's going to be one of the games that is going to be very tough. It won't be easy for Orlando Pirates, and they won't have it easy, especially looking at what happened the previous season. I think Stellenbosch, they have score to settle.
Morgan, you said something also that was quite interesting. You said that this game needs to happen differently so that the controversy from the last season doesn't happen again. What do you mean by that?
Look, it's going to be a good game because, look, vengeance sometimes will make you lose the occasion. But if you play the game will teach you a lot. And if you're going to go out with the occasion being the forefront, it's going to be a big mistake for either team. But I think it's going to be a good game of football. We're looking forward to a lot of goals because goals drives our goals for charity up, you know. And right now we're sitting at 21 goals, and we want more because we want to reach let's say the 25 mark. So there's 4 more goals at stake that we are hoping for. So I think it's going to be a fantastic game. But I'm not sure if the vengeance is going to be the victorious ones, or I think the more established team. Because look, both teams are established. If you look at how Stellenbosch, the conveyor belt continues creating players and creating systems that are sustainable for them in football.
Yeah.
Orlando Pirates, you can say everything about them. Everything is in their favor. They have the cup in their cabinet. It's for them to lose it.
That being said, though, psychologically, they've come in with dealing with quite a lot. I mean, their coach, his arm is still in a sling. Players have been affected. Perhaps they're mentally off their game. Perhaps that's where they need to focus on and make sure that they're bolstered.
Mind games.
Yeah.
It's mind games, you know. It's the mind is, at the end of the day, is going to drive you to your destination. And they shouldn't look deeply into it. Everything happens for a reason. It's one of the sacrifices that in football you just need to know whether you have your scars or not. You continue and you go forth for the next battle that awaits you.
Apologies for that. I'm just struggling with a bout of hay fever. But Rodney, where do you think this match is going to be won and lost? I think we're going to have a hard start. I think both teams are going to be showing that they have something to prove at least, and they're going to be wanting to show one another, as Morgan just mentioned, from a mental perspective, that you can't, there's no through road here. But where do you think it's going to be decided?
I think the midfielder will decide. Looking at Stellenbosch, they have Mtiane. I think he's got a big role to play in this game. As you know, as a defensive midfielder, he has to make sure that he's stopping Bomaswangani and Bombule coming to them. And for me, I think Orlando Pirates, they have to get better in terms of making sure that they are creating the chances. I've seen them. They create a lot of chances, but they don't convert them. And that's another thing that can make them suffer in this game. As we know, Stellenbosch, they have watertighters who always make sure that defenders suffer. And they have De Jong. For me, that's one player that gives Stellenbosch so much going forward. And I would love to see him scoring.
Morgan, though, I think Orlando Pirates can never, ever be underestimated in the dying minutes of a match. Oh,
definitely. I think for me, of late, I call them the comeback kings, you know, because firstly they did it against Mamelodi Sundowns, knowing very well if Mamelodi Sundowns leads the game, it's hard for you to come back, but they came back not once but twice, and they went on to win it in penalties. So you can't leave anything for them to just expose and think, okay, yeah, we've scored the first goal. They know how to come back. And and
any standout players for you? I mean, we just heard from Rodney, but SABC's just come back from injury as well.
Yeah, they've got so much quality in their team. I think even the guys on the field and then the guys in the stands can make a good team. You know, a lot of the times we used to say that about Sundowns, but now Pirates also has something to say about it. And for me, Sipho Mbule is a player that I definitely want to see do phenomenal work.
Okay. Well, it was great chatting to you guys. Before I let you go, we always have to get a prediction. So, Morgan, what do you think it's going to be?
It's going to be a good game of football. I think people must just come out in their numbers. The gates are opening at 3 o'clock. There's going to be a lot of festivities, and I'm looking forward to seeing Sjava perform.
So Morgan actually wouldn't be held to a prediction there. Rodney, you can't leave me hanging. Score prediction.
We'll have more goals.
Okay, they're both MTN8 ambassadors. They don't want to say what they think is going to happen tomorrow, but as you heard, it is the MTN8 final. Orlando Pirates take on Stellenbosch FC. It's a game of revenge for Stellenbosch, and it's a game of history in the making for Orlando Pirates. It's taking place at the Mpumalanga Stadium, and as Morgan said, get out there, get early into the stadium, make sure that it's a safe game and enjoyable game for everyone else, and good luck to whichever team you are supporting. That's it from me, Stacey Holland. We're out here at the Orlando Stadium with two former players, Morgan Gold as well as Rodney Ramakhalela. It's back to you guys in studio, but before we do that, we're going to a quick break, so don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We've got more news and sporting action after that.